So KC loved to get everybody there to start practice and then say, okay, if anybody can make a half-court shot, we're out of here with no practice.
Really?
And so Larry, whenever Casey said that, Larry said, okay, I got it. And he'd go to the free throw, the half-court line, get a ball, do a couple of deep knee bends, and just stand there at half-court with that set shot and just swish it in every single time. Except this one time he couldn't make it. And he was mad. He kept trying, and Casey said, no, you can't make it. So and then everybody else said, well, let us try it. And so everybody else on the team tried it this one particular, and nobody could make it. And so Casey said, okay, we're going to practice. And so we're down on the floor, and we're stretching and getting warmed up and getting ready to go and start running. And Ray Melchiori, our great trainer, he comes walking out from the locker room, the training room, as it was at Hellenic College. And he's all loaded down with scissors and tape and whatever he's got in his pockets, right? And so as he comes walking out on the court, somebody yells, come on, Ray, you make the shot. We'll get out of here. We'll go have lunch. We'll go do whatever. And so Ray said, what? So we explained, look, Ray, all you have to do is just make a shot from half court, and we're out of here today. It was a beautiful spring day. And so Ray said, well, what do I do? Just stand here. Here's the ball. Throw it in the basket from half court. And so Ray said, okay, well, wait a minute. So he starts taking off all his gear. And he, takes off his scissors, takes off his tape cutters, pulls out some rolls of tape from his Band-Aids from his pockets, pulls out a big wad of cash, then digs deep in one pocket, and he pulls out a gun. He pulls out a gun and puts all this stuff on the floor at Hellenic College. So now he's got just his empty pockets in his pants and his shirt on. And then they give him the ball, and Ray can't even see the basket from half court. And then Ray gets the ball, and he winds up and throws it as far and hard as he can, and the ball banks in from half court. And everyone's, yeah, let's go, no practice today. But then we looked around and said, come on, let's just go ahead and practice anyway. We're having too much fun. Because when you're on a great team, that's all you want is more. You just want to play more all the time. And that's what my experience on the Boston Celtics was.
There were so many highlights of that year. But one I remember because you are the climax, you are the punchline of the story was the 36-6 run against the Hawks in
the second round of the playoffs.
Third period, because it ended with a 24-0 run, and the last basket was you on a trailer dunk. You coming down flying. A trailer. You were a trailer on the break, and they gave you the ball.
What I remember about that run is I remember Danny Ainge. Because one time, Tree Rollins just got so frustrated that after the Celtics made yet another basket in this 36-6, 24-0 run, Tree just got the ball, and in exasperation, because Tree hated Danny Ainge. And so Tree just takes the ball out of bounds, and instead of tossing it to Dominique or Doc Rivers or Reggie Theus or whoever it was on the team, Kevin Willis, Tree takes the ball out of bounds and winds up and throws it as hard as he can right at Danny Ainge, right at his head. and so everybody thought, okay, well, they got to call something. You can't just allow that to happen, right? But the referees didn't call anything. So everybody else was just stopped standing there. And the crowd is just so over the top, happy and ecstatic and exuberant, exhilarated, empty the thesaurus. And the ball goes rolling down to the other end of the court. And Danny immediately realizes that the refs aren't going to call anything. So Danny, before anybody else realized this, he sprints down the far end of the court, picks up the ball, dribbles up the court again while everybody is still standing there waiting for the refs to break up this anticipated fight. And Danny pulls up and hits another three-pointer right in the Hawks' face. As Mike Fratello said, just threw up his hands.